Hey there, thank you for taking some time to click this video. I am Willi-Whitz, and on this channel we explore motherhood. Yes, you know, look at something then where you think you know but you never really know. Like me, yeah, things from my experience, I'm gonna want them reach you. Yeah, that's what we talk about here. Motherhood, Jamaican lifestyle, and everything fun and such. So if those things are of interest to you, go right ahead and click that subscribe button to the right of your screen, and also click the notification bell so you can be updated the moment I upload a new video. I upload on Sundays and sporadically in the week, so put the Sunday upon your calendar and look out for all of the other random videos in the week. Breast engorgement is basically an imbalance between the amount of milk your breast is producing and how much is being removed. So basically, your breast have produced a lot of milk for baby to eat, but he or she is not using all of that milk, and so your breast become over full. This is actually very common among women because studies have shown that as much as 65 to 75%, yes, about 3 in 4 women who are lactating experience engorgement. So this is just something that you need to look out for and be prepared for, and if it happens to you, you know what to do. The first time you might buck up on something like this is within the first few days after giving birth. Now the reason why you're going to see it at that time more than likely is because you just had your baby is now into the new world, baby needs to eat, so guess what? Blood flow will increase to the breast, milk supply will increase at the breast, and therefore it can become over full, right? Makes sense. Another time you might see this happening is when you kind of get into your routine, you're on your breastfeeding routine, you feed every 2 to 3 hours, yes, all of that, and then for some reason you missed a feeding or 2, your breast can become engorged because the milk is already coming down. So if it don't come out, it can become over full. Also, if for some reason you stop breastfeeding, it become painful, it stresses you out, you're overwhelmed, and you just stop feeding abruptly, milk will continue to come down, it can become over full and engorged. Another time it might happen is when you're transitioning into solid foods with your baby. So the baby is not using as much milk, so the milk still continue to come down at that point in time, and therefore it can become over full. If baby becomes sick, loses his or her appetite, not eating as much, breast engorgement can occur. What does engorgement actually look like? Your breast will become over full, which causes it now to become enlarged, it's swollen, it can be hard, right? It can also be warm to touch. Some persons actually get a fever. Your nipples can also flatten, and that is the one that I really don't want to reach you. That reached me and it really stressed me out. See, what happened is that I had an emergency C-section. I did a video on how to the recovery process and what you can look out for that, so you can check that out as well. I'll put it right here. But yeah, I had an emergency C-section, and immediately after giving birth, my baby was brought to the nursery to be taken care of. No, he was not feeding. And during those first 3 days where he wasn't feeding on his own, my breasts were still coming down, but I was not releasing it, and therefore my breast became engorged. When he was ready to feed now, my breasts were literally so big and my nipple was so flat. So imagine, this is the baby's mouth, this is your nipple. They're supposed to fit into each other properly. When the breast is engorged, it literally turns into like a ball, right? So baby's trying to latch and it not going there for him to get any food. Then now, of course, you are going to stress out. I was so stressed out. I can't get my baby to feed, all of that stuff. I don't want that to reach you. And again, that is the reason I'm making this video. If you will leave the breast engorgement untreated for a very long time, the ducts will become blocked and it can lead to a breast infection called mastitis. And then, of course, now you're going to have to go on antibiotics to relieve the infection. Things that you can do to help relieve it if it happens to you or when it happens to you, because as I said, it happens to most of us. You can massage your breasts if you're having that breast engorgement. You can also take a warm shower. Go into the shower turn it on and you get some, full up a ball pan with your warm water and you bathe with it and make the water run down on the breast and make it leak out, right? You can also use a warm compress. So, you know, that hot water bag, you can buy one or two. I have two of them because both of my breasts were engorged to the severity of it, right? Use the warm compress, wrap it around in a towel and you put it on there and allow it to open up the ducts to release the milk. I also use like a warm rag. Get a rag, warm water, and you take it and you put it over the nipple to open up the nipples. Now you have to be careful with that. You don't want to scorch a nipple and hurt yourself, so you have to be careful. But that also helps. Another thing that I tried was actually putting a little bit of Epsom salt into the warm water and taking the rag and putting it and pat it and squeezing it and helping to release the milk out of the breast. The next thing you can also do when you do all them something there to start open up the ducts is pump. Either you use your hand to express it a little at a time depending on how much pain you're feeling and how much is coming out, or you use a manual or electric pump to help to put that suction on the breast to pull the milk out of the breast and release you from that. For the pain that you're feeling, you can try using some Panadol, of course. 1,000 milligrams 3 to 4 times a day is good and safe for breastfeeding mothers. With all that said and done, again, the purpose of this video is to help you to prevent it from happening. One, when you see that your baby is hungry, which they're usually hungry every 1, 2, 3 hours, every 2 to 3 hours, like straight around the clock, you feed them. To know if your baby is hungry, sometimes they're sucking on their mouth, they're sucking on their finger, and if it's really bad, they are crying. So you feed the baby whenever he or she is hungry. Also try to empty your breast whenever you're feeding the baby. So you want to empty one breast and then you move on to the next breast when you're breastfeeding. How you know that your breast is empty? Baby a suck or it slow down. You know, say the breast are empty and you need to move on to the next one. Also, you want to try and pump. So if you're like me, when you have your baby, or if you have a baby and you don't get the chance to hold baby, or baby have to go to the NICU or something within those first 3 days, start pumping every 2 to 3 hours to start releasing the milk from your breast when it comes down, so it does not full up on you and cause it to become painful and stressful. You can use your hands to express the milk, or you can use a breast pump. Me end up go through 2-3 breast pump because it was so bad and nothing would work for me. Again, I'm going to do a video reviewing these breast pumps so you can look out for it whenever it comes out, so you can know which one of them is better, pros and cons of each of them, and you can choose accordingly. Another thing you can do is make sure that your baby is latching properly. Try and learn proper breastfeeding techniques, right? That is something that I learned on YouTube here. I'll link it below. I don't remember her name, but she literally went through it thoroughly on how to breastfeed and how to get that perfect latch. And that perfect latch not only prevents you from getting engorged, but it also helps you to have less pain or no pain at all during breastfeeding. That concludes this video on breast engorgement. I hope you learned something. I hope this information is helpful. Share it with your friends that are pregnant, are expecting, or mommies who are actually going through that process right now, right? So they can get this information, because trust me, if I had known about it before, I would not have to have that traumatic experience. Thank you again for watching this video. Go right ahead and like it. Leave a comment in the comment section. What did you like most about the video? What do you want me to talk about in these videos? Do you have any remedies for breast engorgement? Leave it there. We're all one family and we're sharing and helping each other. Thank you, love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.